Have you guys ever heard of The Royal Oak by Audemars Piguet? Big popular watch, yeah, I know. What about the Casioak? Hey, if you're a watch enthusiast, you probably know a little bit about that one too. But what do you guys know about this watch right here? This is a Casio, and it's already got the looks. And it's from the Edifice collection. Let's get into it. Roll that clip. Alright guys, if you're tuning in and this is your first time watching this channel, welcome. This is actually episode numero uno. Lucky you, right? Yeah. Okay. What we're doing today is we're talking about this watch in particular. Now, I've owned this watch for quite some time. It is definitely probably my daily driver, and it's probably one of my favorite watches. Even though I'm a big fan of automatic watches, this guy, Mr. Battery, Mr. Solar Powered, has somehow risen to the top. Hollow in links. You hear that? That is not a doggone rattler in your ear. You heard that? A rattler? It's not. That is the sound. Besides my nose hitting the mic, that is the sound of hollow links. Okay? I know. It's hard. This is the sound of hollow links. But it's okay. And you also see that down there? You know, all that jiggle. Yes, that's a press class. I know your pain. However, I'm telling you, this guy's worth a look. Let's talk about it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Look at that wrist shot. No, I'm just kidding. No, but for real though, this Casio is something special. Like I said, you guys probably remember Casio from passing through Walmart or something like that. That little, digital one, plastic, whatnot. Or you remember Casio from one of the most iconic lines of GSHOCK, or the baby GSHOCK. A lot of you guys know that. Has a damn near cult following. I mean, I'm not mad at you. I used to have one. I ain't been rocking them here lately. But there was one in particular that kind of caught my eye. And that was the, what you guys dubbed the Casioak. I thought it was a cool one. But I was looking for something a little bit different. I wanted a metal version of it, and I know they had the kits and everything that you could upgrade them with. But I was like, man, by the time I end up finding one of these and paying for the kit, I'm going to be spending way more than I want to spend. Maybe they already have something on their website. So I went to their website and checked this one out. So the model number for this is EFSS570DC-1A. And this is from Casio. It is solar powered, 100 meters of water resistance, and a sapphire glass to make sure your watch doesn't get scratched up. Coming in at 49 by 44 by 9.7 millimeters thin. Very thin, nice watch. We'll talk about those 49, the millimeters, those dimensions, and how they play out. So as you look at the watch, one of the first things you'll notice is this is not the typical stainless steel coating. This is actually a gray iron coating on top of the watch, giving it a really nice look. That contrast of that copper ring and those copper accents inside the dial of the watch, just really nice look. Looks really classy. It's going to give you a little bit something different stylistically, but also set off by that, and as you can see, those crisp white hands on that darker dial, it just pops out. It makes this watch like super easy to read. at almost any time. Has some pretty decent lume, so it's pretty easy to read at nighttime as well. But like I said, just glancing down at your wrist, you're just going to be able to tell the time pretty easily. You see that little winglet on the side. That is where they are getting that 49 dimensions across. So from here all the way across to the crown, that's where you're going to get your 49 millimeters. From north to south, you're going to get that 44. Really nice, easy to wear watch. You can see, going back to the face of the watch, you can see that kind of reflection of that AR coating on the watch. It does a pretty decent job. Kind of has a bluish hue to it. When we zoom down into the watch, you can see on the dial of the watch you have the Edifice logo. It says Casio underneath, and it's also solar powered. It is a chronograph, so you have the 2 pushers, and then you have a sign crown with the Edifice logo. Some really nice polishing and brushing along the sides of the watch. Going swinging around to the other side, you can see some of that polishing detail, and that's how the winglet, again, you get a different sense of what it looks like. It's polished, looks really nice. You kind of got a polishing on the edges, and the brushing looks really, really nice. Now, brushing looks great on the face, not so much on the bracelet. You know, the bracelet tapers down, has a nice taper to it. The clasp is a pressed clasp, but it has an Edifice logo, and it has an Edifice print on it as well. It's had a nice looking watch, kind of sporty, classy at the same time. You can wear this watch almost anywhere. You can beat this watch up, you know. You can wear it during sports. You can wear it to work. You can wear it with a suit. Slide right under a cuff. You know, you can see it's a really thin watch. Hugs my wrist very nicely. You know, I have about a 6 3/4 wrist. You can also see some of the details I want to point out too. Kind of where it gets some of that royal oak inspired look is those screws, but they're not actually on the dial of the watch. They're actually at the 4 corners. Let's take a look at this Lume Shot. Like I said before, some pretty decent lume on this. It doesn't last forever, but it'll get the job done. It is pretty easy to read at night. This is like a reverse Lume Shot. I thought this looked pretty cool, so there you go. You're welcome. All right, next up, let's take a closer look at the finishing of the watch. In the face of the watch, you see that brushing has a really cool effect. That's one of the things I really like about this watch, the way it kind of captures that light, just the way the brushing is done, the vertical brushing. And then, like I said, on the dial, those color combinations of kind of that gray and that kind of that brown. The brown is actually the solar panel underneath. It just has those 3 cutouts. That was something they were highlighting on the website, is how it only needs these 3 little spots to power the watch battery. I have a lot of automatic watches. They're some of my favorites, but the idea of having a watch that is pretty much always going to have the time right. You just pick it up, looks good, you know it's rugged, you can get it wet. You know, that's great. You ain't got to worry about scratching the watch either. Just a really nice piece. So if you're in the market for something classy, easy to wear, something you can wear every day, just pick up and go. You know, you don't have to worry too much, not too fussy, but it might, get you a compliment or two. You know, like I said, it's a good looking watch. Look at that guy. All right, here it is on Casio's website. I believe this is actually on sale for $220 now. You can check it out. Like I said, I got it on sale for a lot less. Do your due diligence. Go out there and find you a great deal. And I think you guys will be happy with this guy. All right, guys. Final thoughts on this guy. One of my favorite watches in all of its thinness and glory. and solar power in this. Let me get those off. I gotta have it clean. Keep your stuff clean, man. Keep your windows around. In all of its glory, like I said, excellent watch. Excellent watch. Great for keeping time all the time. You can stick it in a drawer 4 months. It'll come back. It's gonna be off a little bit, but it's not gonna be off that much. It's gonna be fine. And guess what? If you like I said, if you had this watch for a little bit of time, you'll realize I never need to change the battery. I never need to think about winding this. What is the date on it? Is it correct? You don't have to do all that. This is something you just slide on your wrist. And guess what? You bang it up. That's pretty terrible. I hate that. But it'll be okay. If you think you might scratch the crystal on the watch, you're probably not. It's a sapphire. If you think, man, did I just jump in this pool? Did I just jump in this pool into the ocean and I still have this watch on? It's gonna be fine because it has water resistance. And for those of you people out there that actually use any of these chronos, you're not gonna be out of luck. This is a watch you should check out. You should definitely try to get it on sale. There's plenty of them out there. I found it same day that I was actually looking for it. Great deal, at least $100+ off. Do your due diligence, and if you pick this up, pretty sure you're gonna be satisfied. You'll probably get a compliment or two. And guess what? You'll know what time it is. All right, guys, that's my time. I'll see you guys in the next one.